Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Geis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And it's 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. The Redskins send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Ready? We got it. Switch. Kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Waiting.
56. Who there?
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run. It's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early... game than Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but
and he loses the football a second time. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Waiting.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Flexing his muscle at the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. That's 57.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Now
they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Switch it. 61, matchbox right.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Redskins' 37-yard line.
Backman. 180.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's complete to Sterling. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
No.
2nd down, Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And the Redskins first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Redskins send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Go, go. 280. Sunday. 56. Check right, check right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6 guys. Check 6.
Running right. Here's Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Wentz now to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Redskins 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go with Thompson again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Fourth down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now Haskins to throw it. Fourth down, trailing pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Haskins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting!
All day, baby, all day.
And they will take a knee here.
On the keeper.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like